What's up, you guys? Joe Dobby here. I am now a Deck Out Gaming affiliate. Use Joe Dobbs Deck Out at checkout. Deck Out Gaming has tons of singles for Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, and Digimon TCG, as well as One Piece. They now buy list as well, so don't hesitate to reach out, and they got your back. Really high customer service ratings. Thank you guys, and yeah, let's get to the video. What's up, you guys? Joe Dobby here, back at it again with another video for you. I'm so excited to present this deck list to you guys. Shout out to my friend AP Mock, aka Alex, who really placed first with this Mill Lilith Loop deck. And I saw this deck from Tessero. You guys are probably familiar with him, but I didn't realize that my boy Alex here has been low-key testing this deck, chesting it profusely, and he managed to place first at the Carta Magica Regional Tournament. So, Alex, if you don't mind giving us a quick intro, take it away, man.
Hey, what's up, Joe Dobby? People don't know this, but I see him on Saturdays at Toronto, Markham locals.
Yes.
This guy's actually killing it all the time with purple decks. He's a great guy. Thanks a lot. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
No, man, it's honestly my opportunity. So thank you for coming on here. Yeah, so if you don't mind, just go over the list briefly and give us like a quick one-liner on each of the cards, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes, like the stuff we would love to hear you talk about, which is your main combos and some of your favorite matchups.
All right, so I don't know if people really know the deck list, but it's basically just a Growlmon Guilmon line, and then the top end we're gonna look at Lilith as the looping engine, and then Creepy as the finisher. So first off, eggs, Gigimons. This egg, people think it's just for color. Oh my god, this egg is actually so good. So one of the combos is Alice is in the deck list, and she will kill a Digimon essentially to make Lilith free. This Gigimon will make Alice 13k. Lilith 13k. Nice. That swings over so many bodies. Just to basically stall a turn by having a 13k swing over their boss monster actually helps so much. So the Digimon, very important egg. I actually wouldn't run a red base at all. I think this is actually the perfect egg for this build. Yeah, Rush Guilmon. We all know Rush is cracked.
Yes.
At 3 cost Rush, and the way the deck mills, you're essentially always going to have a body to swing. This helps a lot. If they have like small bodies that are just really annoying you by attacking your security, you can't deal with it. Throw the body down, swing into them. If you crash, that's fine. It's not a big deal. The whole point is that you're trying to make sure that every body only takes one shot. That's all it is. Memory Guilmon, great with Alice. You kill it. Gain the memory back while also reducing your Digivolve by 3. Sometimes there are times where I really need that one extra memory to really pop off.
Yeah.
And this will absolutely help.
Nice.
And then obviously the 4 of EX3 Guilmon, MVP. As I said, every Guilmon here has some sort of interaction with Alice.
Yeah.
Pops, if they have a small body, perfect. That means no extra chip damage. If they don't have a body, we're both going to mill too. And it's exactly playing into not only filling up my trash, filling up their trash. Because everyone's trying to look for pieces, and this Guilmon has actually helped so much in terms of making their life so hard. Level 4s. Black Growlmon, probably the actual MVP. With this Black Growlmon, I can essentially cycle through my whole line and just get every piece back when I need to. I just look into my hand, see what I'm missing, Black Growlmon grabs it, and we're just flying from there. If no one knows, it just basically says we both mill 2, me and my opponent, and then I just grab a Guilmon/Galmon/Growlmon piece back to my hand from the trash. The second Growlmon literally is purely for the mill and build memory blockers that will heavily kill this deck if they drop down 2 or so.
Yeah.
But so the reason why it's not at 4 is because I noticed that a lot of decks can't run memory blockers. Because there's a lot of cards nowadays that say with a specific name you can Digivolve for cheaper.
Exactly.
Right? So even if they do want to run the memory blocker, they have to drop it down and give me at least 2. Like there's very few scenarios where I've seen someone drop a memory blocker on me and give me less than like the minimum. Right? They always like do their combo and they're like, okay, I'm at 1, I'll drop a memory blocker and now see what you can do, right?
Yeah.
As long as I'm at 2, that memory blocker's gone. And then once that memory blocker's gone, even if I don't mill or get my pieces back, I can just still Digivolve on top, get into the War Ground and start just doing everything I need to do. The whole thing is that I need to access the boost, or else the loop will not actually happen.
No, that
but
makes
yeah,
sense.
just because of the fact that people can't run the blockers without synergy, it makes it a lot easier for me to run just 2 of these Groundmons. War Groundmon. If you see the list, there's only 4 ultimates. I see lists running an extra one from the EX4.
Yeah.
I personally understand, because you need to control board, because sometimes, as I said, sometimes these rookies are going to be swinging, they're not going to die. I personally think that if I see that as my only level 5, I'm going to cry, because the EX4 Groundmon, we both mill 3, and if one of us has 5 or more in the trash, I can just bring a Guillemon out from my trash or my hand.
And you need that for the Alice.
Exactly. Dude, you know exactly. I know you know this deck. The Alice literally sits there and be like, that Guillemon looking delicious.
Yeah.
Right? So basically just cycling that. And then, as I said, Alice and the Guillemons, they kill it. Like, Alice will kill the Guillemons and essentially just give you a lot of benefit with each time.
Yeah, as long as it's not like that green card that prevents you from playing Digimon by effects, you'll be able to pretty much delete floodgates off this War Groundmon Alice interaction.
100%. And that, remember, those floodgates, as I said, synergy's not there. They're gonna give me the memory for it.
Exactly.
And nobody has the ability to play more than 1 a turn. Okay.
So good.
If they do play more than 1 a turn, you know what? That's on me. Right?
No,
that's good. On me. But then again, I have the EX3 Groundmon and I have the Guillemon as well. I just swing the Guillemon into security or something, or into a bigger body, kill the blocker, crack my boost, start comboing off.
Beautiful.
And then we got the Megas, Lilith. Literally, without Lilith, this deck will not run.
100%.
With Creepy by itself, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Lilith essentially can make you, with the proper sequencing and looping, I can get way more out of Lilith than I can get out of Creepy. Because Creepy requires really end game to really end the game off. I've never once really said I wanted to see Creepy over Lilith until I'm going for the combo. Because, as I said, Digimon gives my Lilith that extra 2k. I'm really not worrying about any boss monsters that are suspended with 13k. Maybe War Grey, that's a different story, because everyone worries about War Grey. But aside from that, Lilith is definitely the engine and like everything to do with the deck. She can basically make you play 2 boosts in 1 turn by just making 1 boost for 1 and essentially the other one for 3, right? So that's setting up for the next turn. She helps you get into Ruin mode by using your Jack Raids and then going to Ruin mode, swinging with Ruin mode to make an egg, recover, and minus 10k. Coming out from raising saves so much memory in this deck, and the fact that she can just accelerate that, let you go into another rookie, and then maybe play a boost the past turn. I've done that so many times, and they just can't do anything for a turn, right? Not only that, I'm recovering, so now it's like, okay, if you want to OTK me, the guy's got to come out. Someone's got to come out, unsuspend, and basically win, because you're not gonna get a body the turn before. Creepymon, the usual. I literally don't use this first effect. By the time I use the first effect, I have no more cards. So I actually can't activate the first effect to bring a level 5 out. It just is every 10 mill 3 when I attack. I'm usually at like 20 to 30, so that's like the last 6 to 9 that I need to worry about. It's a one of. Lilith is MVP. Ruin mode is broken. Such a dumb card. Such a dumb card.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's like, hey, by the way, let me just have a 15k body. By the way, you can't play small bodies now. They're all dead. The guy in the back, the small body, is gonna die too. And let me just attack. When I attack, I'm just gonna kamikaze myself. I will recover 1, hatch an egg, blow up a body on your board. That's the crazy part. If you have a tamer, everything is so open. Blow up a body. I clear so many boards with this guy, and I recover 1. Right? It's too.
Finisher.
Oh my! It's not really a finisher, but like the best stall card in the game. It's the best stall card in the game. Oh my! You can't even hybrid. You're like, oh, hybrid for game? Like, no, it's dead.
5k dies. It has to be a Zephyr or nothing.
Oh yeah, but like here's the thing though, right? That really limits like the amount of hybrids you can run, and most people will run Kazimons. Most people in regular decks, Agunimon, Kumamon, Lobomon.
5k,
Exactly. No one's gonna run a Kazimon. Right? Alice's MVP, as we said, kill a body when you go from 5 to a 6, reduce it by 3. every 6 in this deck is a 3, so essentially it's free. When I see an Alice come out of my security, I'm so happy because I do mill Alice a lot.
Yeah.
There were quite a few games where I milled out and I couldn't get an Alice.
Yeah.
So I had to really use my brain to figure out how I'm gonna loop them. When an Alice comes out, I don't think I lost a game when an Alice came out of security, or I played one early.
Yeah.
100%. This is like, once I see they're in kill range, Alice accelerates and lets me basically keep more Jack Raids in my hand.
Exactly.
Because of the fact that she's so much value.
Yeah.
Jack Raids at 4. This card, everyone hates Hammer Spark. Imagine if Hammer Spark was better late game. Oh my god.
I love Jack Raid. It's my favorite.
Oh, dude, you know, as a purple player, you know, Jack Raid is like the best security bomb.
100%.
Oh man, dude, you think it's like, oh, I hope my body doesn't die. You're like, yeah, that's wild. All right, it's my turn.
Because it's not even like Hammer Spark where like you could like just gain the 1. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jack Raid is literally like the later the game progresses, the better the card gets.
As I do my combo, I usually start the combo around like 15 cards or so. 13, let's say. Once I get to the end part of my combo, I'm at 20. My Jack Raids basically just become memory boost in my hand.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
So
just on play memory boost. This card was already broken when Lilith Loop was already there, but with this deck, the fact that I can just play it out, essentially go from like maybe like 0 to like 6, 0 to 5, like so quickly, is just, the value's there.
Yeah.
Glaive memory boost, my opinion, the best mid game to late game memory boost, in, like completely.
Agree.
Nothing in the deck will recur my Liliths back to my hand or my Ruin modes except for Calling and the Glaives. Many times I'm gonna mill them. 1 Glaive saves me the whole game.
Yeah.
I see lists running at 2. Me and Kyubi Blitz, who is the guy who originally put me on this deck and like technically like the coach for me when we first started playing the deck. He put at 4, I put at 2. Once I played the deck, I'm like, nope, this is a 4 of. So this guy future sighted heavily for me. Calling, it's at 1 for a reason.
Yeah, but otherwise it would have been at like a 2-3.
No, honestly,
it's
in
okay
every deck it'd be a 2 of. Yeah. In this deck, I think 1's fine. I think 1's fine. Lilith can recur it. But in every other purple deck, dude, 2, no problem.
Yeah, agree.
Mist boost, best early game boost for me.
Yeah.
Just start filling up my trash, draw cards. If I'm even, sometimes I'm just like, I play it on turn 1, mill a slinger, you're at 2.
Yeah.
The best part about putting them to 2 is that every Digivolve nowadays is like 2 costs to go to your 4. Right? So guess what? They're pushing me to 3 if they want to go to the ultimate line immediately.
Exactly.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Right?
Super good.
And if they're at 2, if they play say a memory center, I can play Alice, then a boost. Make use of all the memory that they give me.
Yeah.
Right? 2 to 3 is a very important range for this deck.
Yeah.
That slinger at 3. Honestly, if I were to play a 3v3 with another purple deck, this might be the card I would cut. I think there's other options you can run, but having it come out of your deck when you really need it to, happens rarely, but when it does, you win the game. Like, there are times where it's like, oh my god, I have no idea memory. I'll just try to mill. I just forget about the slinger, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, slinger, I'll be pushed to 2. Play Alice. Oh, now I can start popping off.
Yes, exactly. Very good.
It's literally just you don't remember it because it's not like a Beals deck where you're like, oh, I hope I mill my memory. It just comes up and you're like, oh, that is a very pleasant surprise and I really enjoyed that and now I can do more.
Yeah.
Purple Memory Boost is like, it's a boost that you have to run because you can't. This deck runs very bad ratios.
Yeah.
Because you have to run the Purple Memory Boost.
Yeah.
There are so many times where I do my Purple Memory Boost and I'm like, all these cards going to the bottom. I hate my life. I really wanted those cards, but I can't now. If they're in the trash or in my hand, that's perfectly fine. But at the bottom of my deck is gonna be much harder to find.
Exactly.
So this one's like, this is definitely what the middle child of the memory boost triplets, but it's needed. You need to make sure you have the memory, and them hitting something out of security like a memory boost helps the deck completely.
Yeah,
Raffles
it's tricky in purple. It's tricky in purple for purple memory boost because, as you said, you're bottom decking. With Mist, it goes to trash, and you can pick stuff back up in trash. So, in that sense, Mist becomes like a lot more valuable for a deck
Oh,
like
yeah.
this versus purple memory boost, but at least it's info, especially for early game. If you happen to get multiple memory boosts, you can send like 8 cards or like 7 cards or 6 cards to the bottom of your deck, right? So I'm like mathing out like, okay, you're picking up 2 from the 4. So like if you have 2 purple memory boosts, you're bottom decking 6, and you know what those 6 are gonna be for the late game mill, right?
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm going for the combo and I know a card is at the bottom of the deck, I think it's better than me not knowing where it is.
Exactly.
Because there are times where I'm like, I really need this card.
Yeah.
Do I gamble for it or do I play,
Yeah,
make another play?
exactly.
But if I already know I bottom deck 2 Jack Raids, I'm like, okay, let's just do certain plays.
Yeah.
When we get there, we get there.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not going to pick up the next Jack Raid.
Exactly. Your calculations are a lot easier when you know what you've bottom decked over time for the milling, because it's like, okay, I don't need to like desperately draw for anything. I know what's in there. I need to work with what I've got right now. What can I do, right?
Yeah. Dude, purple is one of those decks where you have to think ahead a lot, because purple is not a very good early game color.
No.
It's never been a good early game color. So technically turn 1, you're always playing from behind in a way. I feel like I'm always playing from behind until I fill up the trash.
Yeah.
So that's why, as long as if you can basically cut some brain power off thinking of different strategies because you've already bottom decked certain cards.
Yeah.
Yes, it's bad because you might not see them, but it's also good mentally for an 8-hour fucking tournament, man.
Exactly.
And obviously Rivals is broken. Just kill highest level, and when it gets milled, you just pick up anything almost. Literally, if it gets milled, I'm like crying with so much happy tears. And when it comes out of security, I'm crying with happier tears. And it's in my hand, I'm crying because I hate my life.
How many times have you picked up Alice because of Rivals?
I think I picked it up in most games that I've won.
Really?
Most games that I needed to win, I mapped out the sequence to get the first loop. So the most important part is that you need to get to the first loop.
Yeah.
Once you get to the first loop, you've filled up your trash enough that Jack Raids become memory boosts.
Yeah.
To get an Alice back with the Rivals basically is like one of the best feelings.
100%
Because like you're getting your Black Growls will grab your Geo pieces. That's not an issue. Blade memory boosts at the time when you have them, you've already picked up the Liliths that you've milled.
Yeah.
It just comes down to nothing can pick up the Alices now.
Yeah.
Except you mill the Rivals, you're able to stall a turn to use the Rivals, and now it's like we're actually gaming now.
Exactly. Perfect.
All right, so that is the list. I hope people don't get scared of the list because the ratios are kind of poo. Honestly, man, I did not have many 2 gamers. It was like straight up 3 gamers, and I think I mullied almost every hand that came to me.
Yeah.
You need to see that rookie.
Purple will typically go to game 3 unless there's like some form of rush purple deck that comes out, because as you said, you're playing from behind. Like even most purple decks that run scatter mode, you want your scatter to die, but that's one check for 1 body. And in my opinion, 1 check for 1 body, it would actually be so bad if it wasn't for all the draws. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
With other colors, it's like 1 check for 1 body that survives that you can build upon and become even stronger. With purple, it's like your early game has to be like 1 check body, 1 check, 2 check body, and then you build at the very end or close to mid-late game.
Like building on top of scatter mode feels so bad because you're like, okay, it's too late. Like if it dies now, I'm so behind if I don't go into level 5. I need to just build on top of it and just hope that I get something out of this, because right now, like, this is just not dying.
Exactly.
And as a purple player, you know, scatter mode jamming, it doesn't say jamming, but it has jamming.
Yeah. All right, so thank you for going over the list briefly with us. All right, Alex, so we're now at the part that I'm sure everybody's very interested in learning, which is the typical situation that you would see with this deck and the key combos that we should really be looking for and the best way to sequence that in order for a full deck out or just, you know, pretty much getting to that W. So take us away, man.
All right, so in this scenario, which happens a lot, I've been chipped out, no more security left, they put me to 1. On their side, as long as there's no memory blockers, I really don't care what they have. So let's put this back to 1. Essentially, 4 boost is actually on the lower end.
Wow.
I've gotten 7 boosts out, 8 boosts out. It was pretty crazy a few times, depending on how many times they have to search, how many times they have to play a tamer out because they need some some memory boosting. Because I'm never attacking security with this deck, so they're not getting free stuff. They will never get free things unless I really have to. So most of the time we're gonna see maybe 3 or 4 boosts, some Jackrays in hand potentially. They actually get milled a lot. But in this scenario, I've gone to maybe 1 stack. It has died. We filled up the trash a little bit, and they've counted to me and they said they have 20 cards in their deck. That's kill range for me.
Wow.
20 cards in deck is kill range. So we're gonna come out.
Yeah.
Here, right? So Josh, if you want to have a counter, and we can figure out how many things we go.
I'll count in my head. You can continue the combos.
Got you. So, first step. Oh shoot. Lose the game.
You're good.
We're gonna crack the boost.
Yeah, go to
3.
Go to 3.
And we're gonna go into the black growl. We'll draw, and this will count 2 mills. 1, 2 mills.
Yeah, we got 2.
All right. This will then let me grab back a Growlmon piece. Based on my hand, it looks like I'm gonna need this Growlmon more than anything. Grab this Growlmon piece. Let's crack another boost. Go to 3. And we're gonna go into the War Growl. Draw. And this War Growl is gonna let me mill 3. 1, 2, 3. At this situation, because I'm going for the kill, I do not take the rivals to the back.
Agreed.
I'm gonna, by the time I've done this combo, most likely I might be milled out. It's gonna be useless.
Yeah,
so I like to fill up my trash.
You have your pieces. You don't need
100%.
to look for more.
Exactly, 100%. Because obviously I have 5 or more in my trash, I'm gonna bring out the Digimon from here.
Exactly, yeah.
That will come out. At this situation, some people will just do the Alice, and then they will just ideally continue from there. But mostly what I like to do is I like to crack the boost again.
Yep, for sure.
Because I need to fill this section up so that my Jackrays become more useful, right?
Yeah.
And at this situation, with a deck like this, most likely I've only milled 1 Jackray to grab back with Lilith.
Yeah.
I could have 1 in hand. So this situation lets me just keep going a bit more.
Exactly.
We crack the boost. We grab back the Growlmon that I had before.
Yeah.
We will draw. We will mill 2 more. Yeah. So that brings our total to 7.
Yeah.
Right? At this point now, I'll grab back the War Growl to hand.
For sure, yeah.
And let's assume that this is below 20. Okay? Let's go crack the boost.
Go to 2, Jack for 1.
Go to 2. We will Jackrate for 1 because we're just unlucky like that.
Yep.
We'll go into the War Growl.
Yep.
We'll draw. Effect of the War Growl. 1, 2, 3.
That's 10.
Just for the scenario's case, let's just pretend like Death Story never came out.
Yeah.
We did not gain a memory.
Yeah.
Okay? We didn't gain the memory. So now, because one of us has thing, we're gonna go into a Gilmon. This one will need rush.
Yeah.
This one will need rush.
Yeah.
So if not, I can grab one from my hand. Right here. Boom. All right. Now this scenario comes up. We will now Alice to delete the original stack that we had to increase our trash amount further.
Yeah, because it's a longer stack. Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll go into the Lilith. The Lilith will now
over Gilmon? Over Wargrowl.
Oh, sorry. Yo, you didn't know warp. It warps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh. Alice is the Takato equivalent.
Exactly. So Lilith will then trigger to grab 2 options back. So let's grab back the Jackraid. And let's grab back another Jackraid. Oh, what a crazy spice that is.
Yeah.
So now we will trigger Black Growlmon's effect. Black Growlmon will then allow me to grab a piece back to my hand. So we will
that's
grab
the inheritable effect, right?
Yes, the inheritable deletion effect. So we are gonna look into our hand, see what piece we need.
Yeah, that's
we'll
so
grab
good.
The War Growl back. And now at this point we should be at 20 because we just deleted a massive stack.
Yeah, and we're at 10 cards trashed.
10 cards trashed. So we will then now play the Jackraid for 2. She will give me 2 more.
Yep.
Give me a 4.
Yeah.
We will then go here.
Yeah.
Draw. We'll mill 2. 1, 2. And then at this point, I can choose to grab a piece back. It's a Yume effect. Let's see if we need any pieces. And it doesn't look like we need any pieces right now. Okay. So we will then, let's see. Let's grab nothing back. I want to keep that as is.
Gotcha.
Right? Now we will count. Let's count let's count this right now. How much do you think this is?
A little over 20, I'd say. Maybe 20, 25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 32.
32.
Our
Oh,
combo
here we
has gotten
go.
us 32 cards in trash.
Yeah, and you're
remember,
currently
I did start below 20, so this was never an issue for me.
And we're at 12 cards trashed because of the Black Growlmon currently.
Exactly. We will go Jack Ray for 3.
Yeah.
We will go into the War Growl.
Yeah.
Draw.
And that's a
milk
deck out.
3.
Yeah.
That's a deck out for me.
For you, for
Well,
sure.
how much are they at now? After those 3?
You are at 15.
Let's go and let's make life even better. Let's push this guy out.
Yeah.
Now, we'll play an Alice, go to 0.
Yep.
Delete the Guilmon to go into a Creepymon for free. Assuming they don't have, let's both trash 2. Did I draw it or no?
You have
Who
to
cares?
draw.
Let's just assume I have less cards in my hand.
Yeah.
So now we've trashed 2 more from their deck, right?
Yeah.
So then we'll swing for 9 cards mill. Pass turn.
Because this Digimon gains Rush, the Guilmon. So
Exactly.
you want to go from Guilmon to the Creepy, because the Guilmon endows, like, pretty much gives the whole Digimon Rush.
Exactly.
Very good.
So there it is. I was able to hit 20 no problem. And that was before I hit 20 in trash.
Yeah. So your opponent, with the 3 War Growls, milled a total of 9 cards. And then the Guilmon, which was one Guilmon, got it to 11, and then the Creepy for 9. So that was pretty much 20.
And then the Black Growlmons as well. So that's technically, I think,
so
what was that, 26?
Is Black Growlmon both players?
24. Sorry?
Black Growlmon is both players?
Yes, it is both players. Everything in the Guild line is both players.
Very good. Yeah, so that's awesome. So
That
that's
is
already over 20,
win.
so that's definitely kill range. So that's sweet combo.
I know. So it actually came up a few scenarios where, especially against Murvacross, they will play Blinding Rays and such just so that they can, start doing more chip damage to me because they realize that, hey, they're on the timer. And because of how inherently low the amount of cards that you can pick up with the Murvacross build, they will probably be playing some Blinding Rays. So let's say hypothetically, maybe you swung once because you had to activate EX3 Growlmon's effect to delete a Digimon to get more mills out. There's a very high possibility that the secondary win con you have is just Gil rushing.
Gotcha.
You will just have the calling in hand, Glaive memory boost in hand, and you will just constantly crack the boost, throw a Guilmon swing, crack the boost, throw a Guilmon swing.
Yeah.
I've actually won, I think, 3 to 4 games at the regional because I Guilmon rushed at 4 cards in their security. Because combination of I just could not find the Lilith.
Yeah.
And the fact that the ground line it cycles itself.
Yeah, it brings itself back, so it doesn't really matter. It's not that bad at all. So
exactly. So basically what happens is it's just say the Guilmon lives. If it lives because I hit a tamer and they're so happy, right? It's like, okay, Digivolve on top, we'll get the War Growl back, Digivolve War Growl, get the Guilmon out, and we'll just keep repeating the cycle with the amount of boosts I have.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, that is the.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that should be everything that we've covered as far as the combos and alternative win con with the Rush Guilmon and swinging with your Guilmons really and forcing your opponent, because at the end of the day you're staggering your opponent's ability to get pieces too when they're trashing their own deck, which is a very
100%.
very big deal. So that is the profile / key combos. So thank you so much again, and congratulations Alex for coming on. And if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. Really trying to grow my Digimon YouTube channel. So any last things you want to say, Alex?
This deck's gonna be really hard to play next set.
Well, there you go. You guys better start going into the lab if we're looking for ways to deck people out. But with that said, we'll catch you in the next one, and peace.